What is up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys all had a fantastic New Year's, and I hope this 2022 has went well so far for you all. So I found a couple of things that I find very interesting today, one of which is potentially the military of China working on HEDERA HashGraph, doing proof of concepts and testing with HEDERA HashGraph. Now, this patent right here is called Blockchain Expandability Realization Method and System Based on Fragmentation. This is from the National University of Defense Technology out of China. Now, I don't recommend using Wikipedia for research, but for quick reference points as far as who organizations are, not a terrible thing. This is the National University of Defense Technology. The biggest things to note here is that this university is under direct leadership of China's Central Military Commission and is under the dual management of the Ministry of National Defense and the Ministries of Education in China. Now, when you look through patents like this, I mean, because there are different hashgraph technologies out there with labeling and branding, so not everything is definitively HEDERA HashGraph. So you can search through this, and you do see some hashgraph mentioned. Now, I did a supplementary search and found that there are phraseologies around this, and it's gossip about gossip protocol. Now, this is mentioned multiple times within this patent, and if you go up through here, if you do a quick gossip about gossip search on Hashgraph, it's directly the same verbiage that's utilized with HEDERA HashGraph. Now, if any of you find information that states otherwise, that this may be incorrect, certainly do present that. I would love to see that down in the comments. But, this patent was publicized on December 17th of 2021, so very recent. And the application was filed back in September, on September 30th, 2021. And you can just see who's involved in this. It's directly, obviously, within the military aspects of China and the government. So, again, I will post this link if you guys want to see this. This is not the first time that we've seen government initiatives surrounding themselves with Hashgraph. And one in particular is a company called Hangzhou Qiuyan. And there are patents that talk about Hashgraph within Hangzhou Qiuyan as well, and they are directly tied into multiple government organizations within China: the National Audit Office, the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, the State Administration of Market Regulation, People's Bank of China, the mainstream banks, the state grid, and local governments. Also, interestingly enough, not the first time that we've seen HEDERA HashGraph mentioned in the updating of smart grids. I did a video back in, I think it was early 2020, maybe later in 2019, about Department of Defense and SecNav, so the Secretary of the Navy, doing studies on HEDERA HashGraph for updating the smart grids. By the way, that proof of concept was successful based on additional findings, that we've discussed on this YouTube. All right, real quick, moving forward here. A job application out of Accenture once again in Detroit. Now, if you're not aware, Accenture is tied into many of the largest banks globally, and they do integration of RippleNet as well. Directly in this role, it talks about blockchain and Ripple, digital innovation, as well as core payments, including retail and corporate payments, particularly with ACH, which is debit card, wires, EFT, SWIFT, faster payment messaging, and one of the initiatives that we all are very much so aware of, which is ISO 20022, and digital innovation, blockchain, and Ripple. So this is in this, what you will be doing, basically, the job description. This is presented on the National Labor Exchange as well. Real quick, two more things here. One about NFTs and one about the European Central Bank. Now, Christine Lagarde, obviously head of the ECB, previously the head of the IMF, talking about happy anniversary to Eurocash. I read through this. This was posted on December 31st. What I found interesting is this sentence this paragraph right here. Kind of this celebratory thing. I think it was 20 years or something like that. Regardless, let me move forward here. We will now be redesigning our banknotes for the first time, keeping them safe and innovative while updating them to make them more relatable to Europeans of all ages and backgrounds. We will seek input from citizens on the theme and design of our future banknotes, which will be published in 2024 before planning their rollout. What's interesting to me is that the phraseology and the framework around the timing, and we know that 2025 is kind of the end game for ISO 20022 and what's going on with Swift implementation. We've also seen the trialing and the actual data from the trialing of, kind of the parallel digital system rolls out right around that 2024 timeframe as well. So redesigning of the banknotes publicized in 2024, I just found that interesting. Last but not least, Samsung promises groundbreaking new TV feature, which is NFT support. This is pretty big in my opinion. So staring at your non-fungible tokens on a smartphone or laptop is fine and all, but why not remind everyone who visits your home of the money you spent on digital art NFTs by showcasing them on your TV screen? Now, beginning with the 2022 TV lineup, so the smart TVs through Samsung, there will be NFT capabilities for showcasing, as well as the ability to browse, purchase, and, well, we've talked about displaying, but browsing and purchasing of NFTs as well. This is pretty big, I think, because now you're going to not only see, kind of what has been going on around NFTs for the past year or so. NFTs go all the way back years. I mean, 3, 4, 5 years. If you actually look into it, there was the first NFTs are arguably called colored coins. But you can kind of dig into that on your own. It's pretty fascinating history. But 2021 we saw a huge surge in interest around NFTs and generative artwork, but we've talked on this channel, obviously, NFTs move much so into other layers of value, not just generative artwork in the future. And this is just crazy to me that now we're going to see smart TVs from Samsung having the ability to not only showcase, but being able to browse and purchase NFTs as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, interested to see what anybody else can dig up out of HEDERA HashGraph and the National University of Defense Technology, the gossip about gossip. And yeah, I hope you guys have had a great New Year so far. I will talk to you as soon as I talk to you. Later.